guys, so today is going to be a very interesting video. It is going to be filmed over the next couple days, so you'll see a lot of scene changes and a lot of clothing changes, but I'll give you one clue as to where we will be going in this video. McKays, my favorite local bookstore. So I have $75 in McKays trade credit, and I decided that I'm gonna do a little bit of an experiment, and I am going to buy $75 worth of books that I am just picking because of the cover. I'm not gonna read what they're about. I'm not gonna look at anything past the front cover, and I will buy $75 worth. I'm so nervous. But hopefully over the next few weeks you will see me read a couple of those. Actually probably over the next few months, because I do have a lot of books obviously here that I need to read. But this should be interesting, so let's go ahead and go to McKays and spend some money. Okay, so it's been a couple days. I have gone to McKays and I have scoured the shelves, and I have some I have some books. You can't see them. Here's one stack. Here's another stack. I ended up getting 17 books for $75, which is insane. So we're gonna talk about these and let's see if they are anything like what I thought they were when I picked them up. Okay, so the first book is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. I think this is a historical fiction. I want to say that this is about, I don't know. It looks kind of medievally, maybe. I honestly have no idea. I just picked it up because the cover's beautiful. But let's see. London, 1893. Okay, well that's not the timeline I was thinking. Seeking refuge after the death of her husband, Cora Seaborn departs for coastal Essex. Apparently, the fabled Essex serpent has come back after hundreds of years of not being there, and she's trying to find it. As they attempt to discover the truth, these seeming opposites find themselves drawn together. As their pursuit becomes more urgent, Cora's London past follows her to the coast with striking consequences. Okay, so this is not at all what I thought this was. I guess it's more like a historical romance? I don't really like historical romances, but maybe this one will sway me. I don't know. This is gonna be a hard challenge to read all these if this is the first one. The next one is Second Street Station by Lawrence H. Levy. I believe this is pretty similar to the Veronica Speedwell series, just not as well known, I'm assuming. I think, yeah, Mary Handley is a nonconformist from 19th century New York with an independent streak that can get her into trouble. She basically becomes a detective, and yeah, it sounds basically like a Sherlock Holmes, Veronica Speedwell type crossover, and I'm all here for that. I love Sherlock Holmes, and obviously I love Veronica Speedwell, so this should actually be a pretty good one. Plus it's like pretty short, and yeah, I hope this one's good. It was only like $2, so can't beat that. The next one is The Rumor by Leslie Cara. I'm gonna say this one's probably about a rumor that is spread and then somebody dies because of it. Because this was in the thriller section, so I'm gonna guess that that's what that was. When a single mother hears a shocking rumor outside her son's school, she never intends to pass it on, but one casual comment leads to another, and now there's no going back. Okay, I don't want to read any more about this. I am very intrigued. I may actually read this for Spookathon because the word rumor is terrifying. I hate rumors. Rumors are awful, but this one sounds like this might be a good one. Next one is The Assassin Game by Christy McKay. Oh, McKay! And I got it at McKay's. That's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna guess that this is about a dangerous game amongst teenagers, just because of how young the girl is on the front. I don't know. Is that a lucky guess? At Kate's isolated boarding school, killer is more than a game. It's an elite secret society. Members must avoid being killed during a series of thrilling pranks, and only the game master knows who the killer is. When Kate's invited to join the Assassin's Guild, she knows it's her ticket to finally feeling like she belongs. But when the game becomes all too real, the school threatens to shut it down. Kate will do anything to keep playing and to save the guild, but can she find the real assassin before she's the next target? Okay. So this actually has a weird, like Gretchen McNeil type vibe to it, which I'm all about that. Yay! I'm really excited I found this one. This one sounds super promising. This next one I kind of snuck and read what this one was about as soon as we left McKays, because this one is by far the biggest that I picked up, and that is City on Fire by Garth Risk Hallberg. This is basically about two teenagers that are obsessed with like punk rock, and then there's two heirs, they're fighting over a great fortune. There's men who love them. There's two suburban teenagers seduced by downtown's punk scene. There's a whole lot going on. This was in the thriller section. I really don't know what this has to do with thrillers, like, at all, but I'm interested, I think. It's huge. Like, oh, some of the pages have like stuff on them. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, like these have stains and coffee stuff on it, but this is like intentional, like in the book. Hold up. Okay. Well, I am way more intrigued all of a sudden. There's pictures. I know there's this little black section in the middle. I don't know what's going on. This book is wild. Oh, there's like pictures of real people. Ooh, I don't know what to think about this book now. Well, this should be interesting. The next one is Sunburn by Laura Lippman. Now, I have heard of Laura Lippman, but I had never heard of this book in particular. I tried to read a Laura Lippman book years ago and did not like it, but I'm hoping that this one will spark my interest. I don't have a clue what this is about. Like, I'm gonna guess that it's like a summer beachy read because it's called Sunburn. I don't know. But it says one is playing a long game, but which one? They meet at a local tavern in the small town of Belleville, Delaware. Polly is set on heading west. Adam says he is also just passing through, yet she stays, and he stays, drawn to the mysterious redhead whose quiet stillness both unnerves and excites him. Okay, so apparently there's an affair and there's mysteries. Intrigued. Yeah. I guess I'll like this one. I don't know, honestly. Maybe this is finally the Laura Lippman, but why is this like trying to stand open in the middle? Oh! The Fun Surprises of McKays. Does anybody want a Yosemite National Park bookmark? This is fun. Somebody's gonna be real sad that they left this in there. But yeah, I get stuff like that from McKays all the time where people have left things in books, and I guess the McKays people just leave them in there too. But I always enjoy finding the random junk that's left in books. This next one is another one that I kind of snuck and tried to figure out what this one was about, and that is The Fair Fight, and this is by Anna Freeman. This is about two different women coming from two different parts of society, both trying to make their mark on the world and become better than what they already are. And I believe there's actually like a man in the middle that's trying to stop them, if I remember correctly. I've literally never seen this book before, never heard about it. It's a cute cover, which is why I picked it up. But yeah, a gripping historical novel about three unforgettable characters transcending the circumstances to which they are born. This doesn't sound overly interesting. Again, I think it's more like historical, almost romance. I don't know why this was in the thriller section, but I'll give it a go because again, it was only like $2. I will admit this is one that I had heard of before, but I don't have a clue what it's about. And that is Grist Mill Road, and this is by Christopher J. Yates. I want to say that this is about people that work in a like factory of some sort, maybe, but it's a thriller, so it's got to be super, like, way more interesting than that. The year is 1982. Three teenage friends, Patrick, Matthew, and Hannah, are bonded together by a terrible crime. In 2008, in New York City, living lives their younger selves never could have predicted, the three meet again with even more devastating results. What really happened in those woods 26 years ago? Interesting. This is giving me a She Lies in Wait kind of vibe. I'm excited about that because I loved that book. I'm excited. This one was a good pick. This next one is Down Among the Dead Men by Peter Lovesey. I looked this up because it said a Peter Diamond investigation. This is like number 15 in a series. So don't know if I'm gonna keep this one, might return it. But this is just about a guy named Peter Diamond. He's investigating some stuff. In a Sussex town on the south coast of England, a widely disliked art teacher at a posh private girls' school disappears without explanation. None of her students miss her boring lessons, especially since her replacement is a devilishly handsome male teacher with a fancy car, but then her name shows up on the police missing persons list. What happened to Miss Gibson and why does no one seem to care? Okay, I'll try it. It sounds interesting. I'm intrigued, so I guess I am keeping this one. Okay, so on to some of the YA books. I think I only grabbed 2. Right? Right, Stack? Yes, I only grabbed 2 because all the rest of them either looked boring as all get out or I had already heard of them. This is Reboot by Amy Tintera. This is about a girl that 5 years ago I died, 178 minutes later I woke up. She's apparently like a reboot, which is a robot, I guess, or a cyborg. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of leave it at that. They're part of like this new robot trainee system thing. I don't know. I kind of want to go into this blind, so here's a book. And I think I got it for like $6. I would be lying if I said I had never heard this author's name before. This is Crazy House by James Patterson. This one is about a girl Becca Greenfield, 17, disappeared one morning on her way to school. Everyone from her town, including her twin sister, is desperately searching for Becca. They won't find her. Becca is being held prisoner in the crazy house. Becca is on death row, which is totally crazy because Becca is completely innocent. I have seen this book several times at McKays. I am always crazy intrigued by the dragonfly on the front and the cool colors. Wait, what color is the hardback? It's purple. Not overly interesting. I was kind of hoping it was like this pretty pink color. Anyway, but I finally had the funds to get it, and I knew nothing about what this book was about, so it was kind of perfect that I got it for this video. But I'm intrigued. This seems very interesting, and if it's anything like James Patterson's works usually are, the chapters are like 2 or 3 pages long, and there's probably like 100 chapters. Let's check. 113. I have also heard of Liz Nugent's name before. I have not read any of her previous works, but this is Lying in Wait. I'm gonna assume that this is a She Lies in Wait type situation again, where body's not found. Years later, things come up. So let's see. On the surface, Linda Fitzsimmons' life seems idyllic. Ooh, we're already using the fancy names and words. Her husband Andrew is a prosperous, respected judge. They live in the spacious, comfortable, well-appointed house she was raised in, and she is utterly obsessively devoted to her son Lawrence, her adored only child, her pride and joy. But Andrew's murder of Annie Doyle, accidental or not, sets in motion a dark downward spiral. I don't want to know anymore. That seems interesting. Good pick on my part. Intrigued, very much so. Again, excellent pick for like $2. Now this one I read about as soon as we got to the car as well, because I'm very intrigued that Sarah Shepard wrote a mystery thriller, and this is the Elizas. I thought this was going to be like a society of girls that they all changed their name to Eliza and they're all like crazy. But this says, when writer Eliza Fontaine is rescued from the bottom of a hotel pool just a few weeks before her first novel is going to be published, her family assumes that it's yet another suicide attempt. But Eliza swears she was pushed. The problem is she remembers little of that night, a result of the large quantity of alcohol she had consumed and a worsening struggle with memory loss due to a brain tumor. Feeling ignored and vulnerable, she takes it upon herself to find the truth. Again, very intrigued. Was not at all what I was expecting, but highly, highly anticipated by me. So this one, I don't want to know anything else about it. I don't want to like read into it too much. This is The Other Sister by Sarah Zettel. And literally the tagline is all I need. I don't want to read anything else about it. It says, 2 sisters, 1 murder plan. How exciting is that? I think this sounds perfect. Again, don't want to know anything else. The cover was what kind of intrigued me because this like rose pattern all over it is pretty interesting. Not something that I would usually go for as far as like covers go. Oh, it's red underneath as well. But I don't know. The tagline sold me. Like the tagline is really why I picked this one up. So this one is Khari Morra by Thomas Harris, which if you all know anything about horror, like books, movies, this is the guy that wrote Hannibal. Now that in and of itself is terrifying, but this is apparently about a lady that she like curates men's deepest and darkest desires. And I want to say there's probably animal hunting in this, which I probably will not enjoy, but it's short. Like crazy short, and the font is huge, so I'm just gonna try it. Honestly, what caught me was the fact that it was Thomas Harris and all of these like gold animals. That's really the only reason I picked it up. Next one is Thicken Themes by Peter Segelman. I don't know. This is apparently about a bunch of socialites, or I think, oh no, haha, just kidding. Car ex-CIA is the reluctant leader of an elite crew planning a robbery of such extraordinary proportions that it will leave them all set for life. Diamonds, money laundering, and extortion go into a timed-to-the-minute scheme that unfurls across South America, Miami, and the Grand Cayman Island. Carr's cohorts are seasoned pros, but they're wound drum tight. Months before, the man who brought them together was killed in what Carr suspects was a setup. Really, the cover is just stupid, and that's why I picked it up. Because all these little, like, jewels and stuff look insane. I probably won't like this. But, I mean, I don't know. Like, wouldn't you just look at this cover and say, like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try, because that's what I did. Okay, and last but not least, I have Bonfire by Krysten Ritter. Now, Krysten Ritter is actually an actress, and I did not realize it was her until I flipped open this back page. But this, I assumed, was about teenagers sitting around a bonfire. One goes missing. They don't find out what happens until years later. And I don't feel like I'm horribly wrong, but I'll read you the inside dust jacket. Can you ever outrun your past? It has been 10 years since Abby Williams left home and scrubbed away all visible evidence of her small town roots. Now working as an environmental lawyer in Chicago, she has a thriving career, a modern apartment, and her pick of meaningless one-night stands. But when a new case takes her back home to Barron's, Indiana, the life Abby painstakingly created begins to crack. Tasked with investigating Optimal Plastics, the town's most high-profile company and economic heart, Abby begins to find strange connections to Barron's biggest scandal from more than a decade ago, involving the popular Casey, spelled the wrong way, Mitchell and her closest friends, just before Casey disappeared for good. So, not only is one of the main characters and the supposed victim named Casey, but it's spelled K-A-Y-C-E-E, which is incorrect because mine is spelled C-A-S-E-Y. Anyway, but not only is one of the main characters named Casey, but this seems very interesting, and it's by an actress, so pretty excited about that. I don't know if that will like have leeway in my review of it or in my thoughts reading it, but should be an interesting one. So yeah, so this long-winded video is to say those are some of the books that I will probably be reading over the next year. I definitely cannot read all 17 of them at once or even in the immediate future because I already have previous commitments, but should be interesting. Maybe I'll find some new favorites, like we don't know. Maybe I will decide that I cannot trust McKays anymore and that these are all garbage. But regardless, I got 17 books for $75. Like, that's insane. That's on average, that is $4.41 a book, which is stellar as far as I'm concerned. And just another reason to use your local used bookstores. Like, hello. A lot of these I got for $2 and $3. Like, yeah, one of them was 10, but still, those are insane prices. Anyway, I have rambled on for too long. Please follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Goodreads if you would like to stay up to date on what I'm reading and what I'm thinking. I would normally say if you want pretty nails like mine, but I recently removed my polish, so I will be putting on new sets shortly for my next video. But if you would like pretty nails, please follow my Color Street link down below. I sell Color Street, and that is a fantastic way to promote this channel because it fuels my reading addictions and helps me with videos such as this one. So anyway, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!